I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Spurs.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And also, given the game is more fast-paced nowadays, I like the way they've capitalized in transition, keeping their foot on the gas.
Spurs making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. And Wembanyama gets it to go.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
Here's Alvarado. Out of bounds, Knicks ball as New York keeps possession.
Well, a risky pass there, and if you ask me, they're lucky that the defense didn't steal that one.
Harper, he's checked in for Fox. The Knicks also changing it up. Diawara's checked in, and Jordan Clarkson in for Josh Hart. And New York making a change here. Sohan's checked in. Spurs leading by 16. And here's Harper from the arc. That's in, coming off an assist from Johnson.
Typical selfless play from Johnson, a very team-oriented player.
In the corner, it's Bridges. Fires from deep. Another shot. Robinson, that's good.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Wembanyama against Robinson. It's up a three. Good! Another from three. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Shot from the wing. Robinson, that's good. Wembanyama, right side. Wow! Huge buzzer beater.
I did not think he was going to get that off in time.
He released it just in the nick of time. What a shot.
And so... And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a comfortable margin for the Spurs here, guys.
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, they gave the other team no time to breathe. Every time they got the ball, they were off to the races. And you see how effective this aggressive mindset can be.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Knicks ball.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. That'll be a 5-second call.
Knicks ball.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
Spurs ball. San Antonio timeout.
Greg, you've had a long NBA career, so I'm curious, what's one of the biggest changes you've noticed since you've retired?
Well, you know, one that doesn't get talked about enough. Length. You know, players these days are just longer, especially in the backcourt, and that wing position. It feels like every team has a guy 6'9" or taller that is a pure perimeter player.
Castle is in at shooting guard with Johnson at the small forward. Luke Cornett is out there with Barnes. And it's Harper in at the 1 spot. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. Now, here's Harper. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 23 points.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Connects from three-point range.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
And GA, you started your career with the Knicks. What memories do you have from your time in New York?
Well, after winning a championship in college, it was great to play for a team in the NBA that had similar aspirations. So many great veterans to learn from and a Hall of Fame coach.
And the Spurs making a change here. Vassell's checked in. OG Anunoby's checked in for the Knicks. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. In transition, here comes San Antonio. And the dunk by Barnes.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
New York takes timeout. De'Aaron Fox is checked in for San Antonio. And a switcher also for New York. Towns, he's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. And stolen by Vassell. Three-pointer, Fox buries it from three-point range. Fox has got himself on the board with three there.
And no doubt Fox has a scorer's mentality. He is constantly in attack mode.
Anunoby, they get it again. Out to Clarkson. Buries the long-range jumper.
And some well-needed scoring. He stops a 13-0 run by the Spurs.
Cornet passes to Vassell. And again, it's San Antonio with a three.
What a response from Vassell. Coming right back with the three of his own.
Towns with the bucket.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Fox is doubled. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Now Alvarado hasn't made one yet. And the shot will not go from Anunoby. Castle on the wing. Fires the three. Basket is good. The assist from Barnes.
This is something Castle has been working on, developing his long-range consistency.
Here we go, Coach. The 2025 Rookie of the Year, Stephon Castle.
Yeah, look, Kevin, you can't say too many good things about this guy, but it starts with this. Like all the best players in the league, he plays both ends of the floor. Stephon Castle can take on the assignment of guarding the best player on the other team, and he's a guy whose skills are rapidly improving offensively. The future is great for this guy.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. The Knicks are able to play 5 out. And Josh Hart told me they surrounded Jalen Brunson with guys who can shoot, guys that command attention. He's able to expose that, scoring the ball and being unselfish. The court is wide open. Back to you guys.
Tons of spacing. Allie LaForce with the report. Hey, Allie, thanks. Vassell inside the line. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. 8 points for Devin Vassell. And call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. And Mitch Johnson, Stan, now taking over full-time as head coach of the Spurs.
Well, look, Mitch Johnson's the son of an NBA player and a high-level point guard in college. He knows how to run a team and favors that pacing space style.
Both teams will make substitutions. We've got 1:48 left now here in the second. Here's Anunoby. No good again that time.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
Now, here's Anunoby. Still scoreless. And Towns gets it to go.
Yeah, anytime he wants, Towns can be a beast on the offensive board.
And that one's good, Champagnie.
Oh, beautiful looking shot. I mean, when you can hit it from that deep, wow.
From about 16, it's rebounded by De'Aaron Fox.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Bangs home the trifecta. Wembanyama's got 37.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Now, Wembanyama. After OG Anunoby missed from long range. 32 seconds left in the second quarter. The tray. Another miss is 6th of the night after 6 shot attempts. Wembanyama with it. Brunson picks him up. The three. And Victor Wembanyama gets the three. Wembanyama's got 40 points. Here's Anunoby. Here's Robinson. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
A three from Wembanyama. And so it's San Antonio with a huge lead at the break. To say there's no catching them today. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. Right back after this break. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. We're seeing a tremendous game from Victor Wembanyama.
Well, through the first two, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
Yeah, he's been locked in tonight. Through the first 2 quarters, he's been a huge factor from outside.
And here's Wembanyama. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Second half underway, and here's who Mike Brown's got on the floor. Towns is out there with Josh Hart. Then it's Mikal Bridges. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Anunoby in at the three. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
Yeah, Kevin, they've been committing a lot of turnovers here. Taking care of the basketball is the #1 priority right now in that huddle. They've got to tighten it up.
And here's Vassell from the arc. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Well, this is Vassell's game. He can do that all day.
And here's Towns. Here's Hart. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Wembanyama looking it over. And he's good on the three ball. Wembanyama's got 49 points in the game. The Knicks shooting 31%, not looking sharp offensively to say the least. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The offensive skill set for Karl Anthony Towns. Greg is a 7-footer. is very special, to say the least.
The outstanding shooting, the post play, and he's worked on his defense. He may never be elite at that end, but he ignites an offense.
Well, when your big can contribute from the line like Towns, you got to like your chances.
And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. Here's San Antonio now. Right now, they're on a 9-0 run. Wembanyama outside. And got it! Another basket.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. From downtown, rebound San Antonio.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Hart. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Wembanyama with the bucket.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Well, clearly the defense has had no answer for them. Might be time to try something different.
Vassell outside. This one for 3. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Well, sometimes you just make shots, but they've certainly come out on a tear here in the third quarter.
And with a merciful bucket, he snaps a terrific run by the Spurs.
Here's
And we talk about how Wembanyama makes the wow plays. Wow.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Now, here's Hart. He has 5. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Here's Fox. Vassell outside. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. And a wide open look for Wembanyama. And again, it's San Antonio with the 3.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Player standing out of bounds violation. Spurs ball.
The Spurs have gone an unbelievable 8 of 8 shooting since halftime. Must have been some kind of pep talk in that locker room. And Brunson gets it to go.
Just a reflexive move by Brunson, putting complete trust in his mechanics.
And they've had a tough time scoring in the half court.
Credit the defense for making it hard on them. They've done a great job of disrupting the timing and spacing of their offense. They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
The deep 3 from Wembanyama. And again, it's San Antonio with the 3.
And Wembanyama's ability to pick and pop from anywhere on the floor puts defenders on their heels.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Johnson with a screen on Robinson. Connects again from distance.
He has been on the money from deep.
Yep, definitely looking to shoot it as much as possible. Fires from 18. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Towns has got 12.
Yeah, this is what makes Towns an all-star caliber player. He has the ability to take over games by himself.
Wembanyama with the bucket.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
From outside, off the mark. New York's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie Laforce.
Thank you, Kevin. Mikal Bridges is very comfortable with his mid-range and in-between game. He said when it comes to the basketball court, it's not just the rims and the threes. You have the rest of the court, too. Now, not everyone is effective with those middle-distance shots, but Mikal always has been. Guys, back to you.
Oh, yeah, he can knock them down. Thanks a lot, Allie. And it's Brunson missing.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Puts up a deep three. And Victor Wembanyama hits from deep.
Well, with the way he's scoring right now, they're just going to keep feeding him.
Here's Hart. A shot's good on the assist by Brunson. Brunson's got his 4th assist in this one. Wembanyama, left side. From deep. Unable to get that one. The Knicks have gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. Towns, no luck. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become. Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one home.
Here's Hart. He has 7. From down in the low post, it goes. Hart's got 9 points.
Yeah, this is when they need to lean on him more. Get him the ball and let him build some momentum.
And Wembanyama puts up... Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
That's a miracle. Are you kidding me?
Well, that's an energizer boost heading into the next quarter.
And so it's Victor Wembanyama making things happen for San Antonio. He has never been better. This is the most points he's scored in his career. And he is looking to add to it. We come back right after this. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his speed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great passer.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. The Knicks shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. Johnson is out there with Harper. Then there's Harrison Barnes. And there's Bryant. And it's Cornette in at the 5. That's the San Antonio 5. From deep three-point land, the rebound by the Spurs. Barnes has got his 5th rebound in this one. The 3 from Bryant. Cornette. Bryant in the corner. Lets it go with the 3. It's good from long range.
Late reaction defensively. He quickly takes advantage, grows their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy.
Cornette can't get it to go. New York with the ball. Here's Anunoby, and that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. Anunoby's got 5 points now in the quarter. The Spurs have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Got that one up quick. 16 points for Dylan Harper.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Olynyk is checked in for Luke Cornette. And New York with a change here, too. Shamet's checked in. Hart, he's checked in for the Knicks. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Bryant on the wing. Off target from outside. Here's Towns. Here's Clarkson. And again, it's New York.
Yeah, the mid-range is the sweet spot for Clarkson. He does a lot of damage from there.
And here's Bryant for three. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Alvarado. And it's Harper with the rebound.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Wasted no time on that one. Harper's got 11 points here in just the second half. New York's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. And it's Towns missing. The Spurs have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. And Harper straightens it in.
Oh, big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. And too long on the shot.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for New York. Clarkson for three. New York, no good that time either.
I'm not sure if anyone on the team has the green light from there. Definitely not him.
Well, that's the shot where if you make it, everything's fine. But if not, you're going to hear about it.
Here's San Antonio now. They're on a 16-7 run. And really deep three that time. 24 points for Dylan Harper.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. Featured players tonight earns our player of the game, Victor Wembanyama.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
And with their spot in the postseason assured, he's picking up just at the right time to be on top of his game.
He's creating good looks and shooting very efficiently.
The Knicks shooting at 36% on the night. They've got to step it up offensively. Plumlee with it. And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds.
New York ball.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
Spurs ball.
That'll be a 5-second call.
Violation. Knicks ball.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
Antonio ball.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Knicks ball.
That'll be a 5-second call.
San Antonio ball.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Spurs ball.
That'll be a 5-second call.
Violation. New York ball.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
Spurs ball.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
New York ball.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
San Antonio ball.
That'll be a 5-second call.
Rebound violation. New York ball.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
San Antonio ball.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Knicks ball.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
Spurs ball.
That'll be a 5-second call.
Rebound violation. Knicks ball.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
San Antonio ball.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Spurs ball.
That'll be a 5-second call.
Rebound violation. Knicks ball.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Spurs ball.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
Ball.
That'll be a 5-second call.
San Antonio ball.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
New York ball.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
San Antonio ball.
That'll be a 5-second call.
Violation. Knicks ball.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
San Antonio ball.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
Ball.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Spurs ball.
That'll be a 5-second call.
Violation. New York ball.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
San Antonio ball.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
New York ball.
That'll be a 5-second call.
Spurs ball.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
New York ball.
That'll be a 5-second call.
San Antonio ball.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. That'll be a 5-second call.
San Antonio ball.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Knicks ball.
That'll be a 5-second call.
San Antonio ball.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. That'll be a 5-second call.
Spurs ball.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Knicks ball.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
San Antonio ball.
That'll be a 5-second call.
Violation. Knicks ball.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Spurs ball.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. That'll be a 5-second call.
San Antonio ball.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Knicks ball.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
Spurs ball.
That'll be a 5-second call.
Violation. Knicks ball.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
San Antonio ball.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. That'll be a 5-second call.
Spurs ball.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
New York ball.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
Spurs ball.
That'll be a 5-second call.
Violation. Knicks ball.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Spurs ball.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. That'll be a 5-second call.
San Antonio ball.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
New York ball.
That'll be a 5-second call.
Inbound violation. San Antonio ball.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. That'll be a 5-second call.
Spurs ball.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
New York ball.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
San Antonio ball.
That'll be a 5-second call.
Violation. Knicks ball.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
San Antonio ball.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Knicks ball.
That'll be a 5-second call.
Spurs ball.
Now Harper from outside the arc knocks down the 3-ball. Harper's got 30.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
Yeah, but you can't let up now. We've seen too many wild comebacks in this league.
The competitive spirit of Brunson shining through. He just had to answer that last shot.
Johnson right side. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for San Antonio.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Victor Wembanyama.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised. Taking no chances, they go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
Count it good.
On the heels of this run, you wonder where was this effort earlier on.
Yeah, it's so frustrating as a coach when it takes your team this long to get into a rhythm.
Hart with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. And Hart throws it down.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greggy lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Harper's shot's good.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
Spurs ball. Coming onto the floor for your Spurs, number 7, Luke Cornett.
Outside Harper. And again, it's San Antonio with a three.
Ever since halftime, they've played.
I got to laugh. Y'all look like James Todd Smith autograph. Maybe that's why yo dropped the math. Go against the squad and get. Now, who hot, who not? Tell me who flopped, who sell out the tours, who rap your doors, who go harder than them and never let off before, who got you poking their head out the door, getting paid every week like you did all the chores. Life's a rich till out divorce. Go left, I'm pulling bread out the floor.
Okay, chain nastier than bust down. So my wires than a bomb diffuser. Take a jet to the jungle, was healing my soul. I done see my froze, filter with. I still did numbers in this game. Only thing changed is the tail numbers on the plane. Retired, bus chain, watch plane. I don't do, but baby, I don't judge, do your thing. I'm a king, you won't see me drop no tears. Back to back, white coops, like veneers. Came in this game thinking was my peer. Broke my heart, I ain't know they was that weird. Give you they word, they be breaking that so. Do that in the streets, cause eventually you seeing me. That's why I be in the crib game and on D&D, cause you can't play with me and not let you see the beast in me. Cole saying Fayetteville, they go, fact you me like that and make up for them rainy days. Can't be on the court and be a coach and take my game away. Catch you on that freeway, we reenact. You hear me? Who ain't rocking with me? Tell them to start from zero to make it out of the deep. Remember being young, seeing pops on streets. Now I'm trying to put bodies in seats. You hear me? Hold up. Who ain't rocking with me? Tell them to play with their life. Fumble their college degree. Tell them to face all that time and still be.
Here we go.
So Philadelphia will get the first possession. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. In the backcourt, we'll see Maxey and Edgecombe. George is the 4 with Embiid at the 5. And it's Oubre in at the 3. And a deep 3 from Doncic. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. It's a three-point game. Maxey, no good. Here's Edgecombe. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Embiid inside the line. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
And Embiid being assertive offensively, wasting no time in getting that one.
Doncic against Oubre. Back to Doncic. Here's Jokic. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Well, it's forcing them to guard at all 3 levels.
Here's Edgecombe, and the 76ers tack on 2 more.
This is why they will go to him often. He's going to take and make shots.
Outside, SGA misses the 3. Quick start here for the 76ers in this one. Three-pointer by Embiid. Wembanyama with the rebound. West All-Stars still look like they're getting going. Nice shot by SGA.
On a dime. Shea got right where he wanted for that shot.
Oubre outside. Hands it from downtown.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth. It is really competitive out there.
The shot by Curry, no good.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Yeah, I mean, he's a very good shooter, but from that distance, his percentages go down.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Wembanyama way outside. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Jokic with the steal. Oubre against Curry. And Embiid pulls it down.
Well, coaches really appreciate when guys defend with that kind of effort. Just a fantastic job protecting the rim.
4-3, Oubre. That falls. Nice speed that time from George.
3 points.
Oubre's got a couple of threes now in the first for Philadelphia. And now Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Mitch Johnson. We talked about Joel Embiid specifically and what he wants his team to do against him. And coach said, I want us to make life difficult for him. Every time he catches it in the post, I want us to push back and be physical with him. If he's out on the perimeter, I want to put a hand up on every single shot. Let's see if Coach's message resonates. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Allie, thank you for that.
And standing easily over 7 feet. When Wemby gets that ball near the hoop, literally nothing a defender can do.
Good on the three-point shot.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Yeah, they've just been the better team. They've been more aggressive, which is why they hold a double-digit lead.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout, looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. The West making some changes. LeBron comes in for Wembanyama. And Anthony Edwards subbed in for Doncic. And it's Jokic missing.
Gotta knock down that shot. When you don't, you're letting the defense off the hook.
Drummond passes to Barlow. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And from the opening tip, they've been locked in. Just look at the score. That tells you all you need to know.
That bucket in no time at all.
This is why you got to be right up on Curry, because he's a dangerous threat off the dribble.
And James picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. There's 1:38 left to play here in the first. No one near Maxey as he lets it fly. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Well, the score reflects it. They've just been the better team all the way around.
Incredible range from Gilgeous-Alexander, making a tough shot look easy.
Here's Edgecombe. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he can taste a win right now. He's just trying to close it out.
So far, both teams scorching the nets. You gotta love it.
Yeah, both ways. We're seeing a nice rhythm offensively. Now let's see which team can come up with some stops.
Hits it from three-point range. Barlow's got 5 points so far.
Yeah, they built up this lead 3 points at a time.
Yeah, when you string triples together, it adds up quickly.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
And when you give up a 3, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
And that one's good. Drummond.
Sweet little jumper from Drummond. He's so competitive on the floor, looking for every chance to score.
Launches it. And the West hit again from deep. The 76ers leading by 9. Maxey into the lane. Shoots over Curry. And the... '76ers tack on 2 more.
Nice read by Maxey. Sees it, hits it, done.
And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time.
Substitution on the court.
5 seconds left in the first quarter. Jacks up a 3. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer. And it's the West All-Stars to start out. Look at the 76ers starting group. George is the 4 with Embiid at the 5. In the backcourt, we'll see Maxey and Edgecombe. And it's Oubre in at small forward. Now, here's SGA. And it's Jokic missing.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And that one is good.
One of the things that separates George from other wings is willingness to go inside and do work, to play near the goal.
Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. Here's Philadelphia. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Mitch Johnson. I asked, what do you do about Tyrese Maxey, a guy who can spark plays out of thin air? Coach let me in on their strategy, saying, I'm trying to keep someone in front of him all night. I don't want Maxey seeing the shots he wants or the passing lanes he's looking for. It's a tough assignment, but coach says he's got the right guys for the job. Guys?
All right, Allie, thank you. Philadelphia with the ball. The West All-Stars getting their last shot to go. Curry on the wing, defended by George. That one goes in.
That's a confident play there. Great execution.
And so just over a minute and a half played. Here's Maxey. Oubre kicks to George. From about 19 feet, and the shot goes in. George has got his second basket of the night.
Well, that's a smooth-looking jumper by Paul George. I mean, he's one of the more gifted scorers in the league, and there's no place on the floor where he can't hurt you.
Curry's shot is off.
He will not be happy with himself. Got a good look from mid-range there.
Pass to Maxey. Over Jokic. And Maxey with the basket on the assist by Oubre.
Zero hesitation. Maxey, great confidence in his mechanics and his work.
Here's Doncic. That shot off the mark. Great D that time from Oubre. Here's Maxey. Again, Philadelphia.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And I think that's the speed Wembanyama needs because the defense is always going to be on him.
Edgecombe from beyond the arc and then some. Edgecombe's got 6 points. Outside Curry. Back to SGA. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
Oubre on the wing. Another three for Philadelphia.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Curry passes to Doncic. And Wembanyama sets a screen for Doncic. Curry outside, and the West hit again from deep.
Man with no promotion. We the hottest in the city, that's on. My old school costs more than your new school, true. The bills in my pocket, same color as my cars. They said so-and-so hating on me. Stanley, I said, who? Got no time to end.